Hey everyone, welcome back. Right now we're going to do a nice thick reading on, thorough should I say, on what they regret doing. Like, what do they regret? Do they regret anything? If so, what it is they regret should come out. And yeah, I like to get right into it. I don't like to waste no time, so I'm already going to shuffle. What is it that the person regrets, the one that my viewer is thinking of, whoever you're thinking of, this is what they regret. Five of Swords in reverse, the Star. So they regret not being aggressive enough and just going for a chance with you, or just telling you what was on their mind, or telling you how they felt. They definitely regret not expressing themselves enough with you. They feel like they sit there and think about it a lot. Like they feel like they don't have a chance anymore. They don't have a chance to tell you what they feel. Like they random in the type of people that hold back a lot. Like they will, they feel that way, but you could never really get them to just admit it or say it. You can never really get them to just be free and say it. And that's what you really wanted the most out of this person. You really wanted them to feel, just to take the opportunity that they had and just be free about it and just be open. Why didn't they express themselves? What was the reason? What was the reason that, because now they're regretting it. The Death in reverse. It's not over though. I feel like they still have a chance right now. They're regretting, but they're on the back burner. But they are like thinking about, like, dang, I should really say what I need to say. We have the Six of Cups. Time is running out though. And the Five of Wands in reverse. They're not aggressive enough. Like I said, they're not really showing you, like, I really want you, I really need you type of like energy. They're not doing that. They're like too laid back. Like, it's okay to be laid back, but when you're too laid back, it kind of gives off like this I don't need anyone energy. It kind of gives off this, and it's okay to not need anyone or to feel that good about yourself. But after a while, I feel like you're dating one of those people that are single a lot, and they feel, and then like the world somehow thinks that, oh, they're too good for everybody. Or the world somehow feels like, oh, maybe they set this standard that is just so high for themselves. And really, they're not setting an extra high standard. That's not it at all. They just like to give off the persona that they do. And we all know one or two of those people. Like, oh, I'm always single. It's never good enough. I'm just working on myself. No. So this is one of those people, and that's why they find it hard. But they do have a lot of feelings for you that they have not expressed. It's like they're trying to make sure you don't see it. They're trying to play it cool. Like they're trying to make sure that you don't see like that you have them a little bit at their vulnerable stage. They don't want you to know that you have them vulnerable. They're trying to hide it. So they, and also this, I feel like they can also have moments where they stay away from you because they're trying to let it die down, because they know like you have that energy to be able, because they are one of those people that feel like they have like a high set standard and it's almost impossible to meet. And here you go meeting it, especially personality wise. They're just so comfortable with you, and you have it all. You have it all. You have it all for them. And whether he or she believes it or not, or whether he or she wants to admit it, listen, you've definitely exceeded their standard. How about that? They do not want to admit that to you. Their pride is just so just in their ego. Their pride is in their ego. That's how bad that is. Yeah, definitely. That is definitely, we're right spot on of what you're going through right now. So will they ever express themselves? They feel like it's about to be too late, because what they feel is that you're starting to like kind of fall off of them. You're like getting the picture, so to say, like, okay, maybe they don't like me. Maybe the person that you're thinking about, maybe they don't like me. Maybe I don't meet the standard. But you're not the type of person to be like, oh, but why? Like what they're used to. You're the type of person that's like, you know what? Maybe I just don't meet it. Maybe it's time for us to just like not try this anymore. And that's okay. And they feel that energy coming off of you. So they're sitting there thinking like, maybe I need to just go for it. This is stupid. This is so dumb. Maybe I just need to go for it. Because if I don't, then I don't have the, they can't let their ego go enough to come back and be like, oh, what's wrong? Just like, I don't know what I was thinking. So they don't want to even take it to the point of having you leave and then begging you back. They're a really good match for you. They really are, is what Spirit is telling you. They're a really great match for you. I mean, and I feel like, will they say something? Will they start being more open and honest? Nine of Wands. I feel like they're gonna wait until the last minute to be open and honest. Like, you keep getting those people that are like, should I do it? Should I do it? They're gonna still try to make that decision at the last minute to see if they want to be in that relationship or you know, have you as their partner. Why wait till the last minute? It's not smart. It's not smart. It's not smart. Because they like you though. They really do. Yes, fuck that. They love you. They love you. Everything about you, your spirit, your personality, your body, the way you feel, the way you think, the way your hugs are, they love you. They love your hugs, especially. Like, they acted like at first they're not really a kisser either. But they love your kisses. Like, if they really start, you know, just loosen up, like, you'll know the sun in reverse. You're not happy with their behavior though. It's unacceptable. It doesn't matter how they feel, because they could have made you feel like, okay, you're not exclusive, or that you're not the only one. You know, they could have made you feel like you were insufficient. You don't like that feeling. Even though you know you're not insufficient. Here we go. This one came out a little bit sideways. And you're kind of worried. It kind of almost made you feel almost a little insecure, but not really, but kind of worried because this came out sideways. But not really, in a sense, because you have a lot of confidence. You have a lot of confidence in yourself, but even people with a lot of confidence in themselves, here goes another sideways pull. The Five of Cups. Yeah, it makes you feel really uneasy. With the Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups coming out sideways, it made you feel really uneasy. It kind of made you stressed. It made you worry. It made you kind of like question yourself a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of made you question yourself a little bit. And who wants to feel like that? Who wants to have somebody that's making them have that mindset? Because you didn't know what they was thinking. They wasn't acting like you were putting your all into it. Not your all, but you were putting like your true self into it, and they were being fake. They were holding back. And that's not okay. Yeah, they had you waiting. They had you waiting to see what they wanted to do. And you were willing to do that. You're a very generous, honest person. And you're like, I don't have my ego in there like that. Like, I understand you're not coming from a mature side of love like I am. So I'll be willing to try to understand. But even the most understanding people after a while deserve some understanding. Okay? Just because you don't require a lot does not mean you deserve the bare minimum. It does not mean you deserve the bare minimum. A lot of sideways cards. Yeah, so it's kind of conflicting. It's becoming, excuse me. It's becoming very conflicting. It's becoming a little unhealthy for you, you don't like the feeling. And you don't want anything to be self-conflicting. Six of Pentacles. And then you also don't want to feel like you're doing more than the other person. You want to feel even, balanced, neutral. You also don't want to feel like you're not the only one. Because this person has that type of ego to make it seem like, oh, you know, I can have anybody. Whether they say it or not, they have that attitude. Seven of Cups. They had you thinking in too many different spaces in your mind. Too many different spaces. They'll have you happy, then they'll have you guessing, then they'll have you insecure, then they'll have you wondering, then they'll have you feeling good about yourself. And then you don't know, and then you do know, and then they want you to guess too much. We're not playing the guessing game. This is not Jeopardy. We're not playing the guessing game. Now, actually, Jeopardy has straight questions, and you actually have to get a straight answer. So I'll take that back. We're just not playing the guessing game. So what's going to happen in the next week after they see this reading? What's going to happen between them and the person on their mind within the next week after they see this reading? Oh, we have one that fell on my arm. Oh, the Hanged Man. And then we have The Four of Wands and the Hermit. You're gonna let them. Okay, so I have a feeling that, what's this one? And the Six of Wands. I have a feeling that you're gonna let them go. You're gonna let them see what it is without you, because you feel like what they need to see is, they need to see what it's like when you do let them go. So you do have this thing where you're like, well, maybe if they lose me, and maybe if I just back off, they'll see what they have. They'll see what they have. If I just back off and let them do whatever they think is just better, since they think the grass is greener, or they think that they're just hot shit and, you know, they love being alone and they're just representing that. And to the end, like, okay, well, I feel like in the next week after this reading, you're going to allow them to be free. And you're not going to give them so much time. You're not going to always answer your phone like how you're used to doing. You're not going to always answer those text messages. You're not going to always, I hear memes. So you're not always going to just open the memes and laugh like how you were. Like, all that shit is over for now, because they need to see, how is this person going to react to my viewer? Kind of just putting a complete stop to everything. How is this person that's on their mind going to react to them putting a complete, the world in reverse? They are absolutely going to react totally like you would never guess. They're going to be blowing you up, hitting you up, like, what's going on? What happens? What did I do wrong? It's going to be a total 360, because they're not going to end this, because they're in their head already. They really love you, and then they don't want to tell you. And then on top of that, their ego is too much in there. You got to break that ego down. It's not your job to break it down, but at the same time, you're not talking to them anymore. It's going to break that down. They're going to be like, this can't end. I can't. Because they remember, they don't want to get to a point where they got to beg you back. That ego is like a big thing for them. So they're going to be like, what's going on? What happened? And all that. They're going to go into a panic. Okay? A week after you watch this, they're going to go into a panic. Probably not even that. And the Empress. And you're going to stand in your ground. Stand your ground. Whether you're a male or a female, stand your ground. And just know that you deserve to be treated exactly the way you want to be treated. You don't have to go guessing. There's someone that's going to tell you how they feel every day. And they know that. They know how good you are, because you were able to, like, make them like you. And they don't like a lot of people. They're going to be thinking about you. They're not going to be able to sleep. They're going to be up at night. You might get a few phone calls in the middle of the night. They're going to feel like they don't really want to do nothing without you. They're going to be still going to work, but they're going to be like, I got to have you. Like, it's going to make them step their game up. They're going to really be like, I got to have this person. Like, they got to have you. And that's going to really bring out what they've been wanting to tell you, since they haven't been expressing that to you, because they don't want you to feel, see, this is in reverse, thank goodness. They don't want you to feel backstabbed. They don't want to feel that hurt. It's going to hurt really fucking bad if you really decide to just not do it anymore, because they really wanted you in the first place. They just wouldn't show it. And you shouldn't have to nudge anyone like this for them to step up to the plate, but sometimes you have to. Yeah, they're not going to want to fight. That is not a battle they are willing. They're not going to win, because they know they're the wrong ones. I feel like they're more of like, I heard Capricorn, but it don't have to be Capricorn. I just feel like they're more like the type of person to admit when they're wrong. So they will do the work. But why wait until you're all the way wrong? Because that's how I feel with you. Like, you're going to have your ego out now, like a little bit for a while. And they better hope that you put it away eventually. And they better hope that you accept them back after all that, because you already went through an emotional hurdle, and it hasn't been too long for you to be going through that. Yeah, the things are going to switch up. They're going to start making more things happen. They're going to come towards you. You're going to get a lot of late night phone calls. If not, they're going to be up. They're not going to be able to sleep. They don't want to take you out more, give you more gifts. Or they're going to just be wanting to talk to you more, pay more attention to you. They'll tell you jokes that you never heard them tell before. They're going to have personality like no other. The Devil's in reverse. And then the Ace of Pentacles. Don't take that as, oh my God, they're getting obsessed and I'm getting scared. Devil's in reverse. They mean no harm. They just really want that Ace of Pentacles opportunity that I pulled out in the beginning. Like, they just really don't want it to end. Ace of Pentacles, Death in reverse. They just want that opportunity. They don't want it to end. I could do the same thing with this Ace of Pentacles and this World in reverse. They just want the opportunity. They don't want it to end. They don't want the cycle to end. And they're not obsessed. They're not trying to be toxic or harmful. It'll be a very healthy expression, even though you'll be like, it'll kind of throw you off a little bit, because it'll be like, where did this come out of nowhere? Like, it could be scary because it'll be a total change in how they were at first. Yeah, Page of Pentacles, and you'll be trying to figure out like, dang, what the hell happened? But you also look at a lot of readings too. You definitely look at a lot of readings, and it does affect you, even these readings. So you do have to watch who you watch on here. You have to be very sensitive and choosy on what you take and what you leave in a lot of the people that you watch on here, because not everybody, remember, everyone's reading for a lot of people, and not everybody's advice is always, what's good for someone else is not always going to be good for you. So what's good for me is not always going to be good for you. Of course, if I read my own cards, I would take all of my advice because I know where it's coming from for a fact, and I know who's telling it to me, and I know who I pray to, and I know who I talk to. And it's the only that I talk to. It's even the ones that I'm talking to now for you guys. So this is more vast and more open. So they're telling you be careful because you take everything very personally on these readings. You take everything so personally. And you should, but in a sense, you still have to have your own discernment and make your own decisions. And like when a lot of people say, take what you resonate with and leave what you don't, like really just have good discernment. That's all. Let's say you can't listen to everybody. You have to have a good balanced person that you feel like can touch your soul, like always. So yeah, don't take it as an obsession or anything, because you could have been watching some readings about who's obsessed with you, and maybe in the hopes that they're obsessed with you, or they will get obsessed with you, or if you could have some work done to make them like you. You don't have to do any of that, or if you already have done that, you don't really ever have to, because they love you, and them coming back trying to get that chance is not obsession. It's just them really not wanting to end it, and their ego really is telling them to stop having that ego, but they just haven't yet. So that little breaky break is gonna get them. Yeah, you don't need to do no work. The Three of Swords. Yeah, you don't need to run to witchcraft when you're feeling heartbroken, or when you're not feeling safe, or when you're not feeling good about a relationship. Page of Wands, because you don't know what you're doing. And it's not for everybody. It's okay to get readings. It's okay to have other people do work. And even then, you have to be very careful. So you're very open. They're warning me. This is on a whole other subject. Be very careful of who you let do spiritual work for you. Be careful of who you let read cards for you. Read your palm. Read your mind. Whatever you're doing spiritually, be very careful and have discernment, because not everybody, they look balanced on the outside, but not everybody, that's how they look on the inside. Not everybody is going to give truth, and not everybody's going to give you purity, and not everybody's going to give you great intent. Not even good intent, great intention. Some people are in it for a lot of the money. Some people are, you don't know who they're praying to. You know, I always had my mother tell me, be careful who you let pray over you, because you don't know who they're praying to. So just be careful. Tread lightly on who you let do work for you. Who, even if it's not on you, if it's on somebody else, be very careful. Because you're spiritually too open. You're too open. And there is such thing as that, yeah. Six of Swords. Everything will move forward smoothly, though. And it will be up to you if you decide to let this person get that chance. I think you will. Judgment in reverse. Six of Wands. 10 of Wands. You haven't had great judgment in the past for people who've been reading for you or doing work for you. Queen of Wands. Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. You actually had to cut somebody off that was reading for you or doing work for you because of a mishap. And not everything, again, not everything that you get read or any work is not always the worker's fault. What it is it's just the reaction to doing work. You have to be open and knowing that anything can happen when you do stuff like that, whether it be good or bad, because it depends on your path. And this is why you have to have people read you and read you and read you before they do work for you, so they can be very specific. And a lot of people are just so loose, they'll get basic information and they'll just go doing things and not really doing their homework. So yeah, that's what I have for you, because it's rambling at this point. It's on some good stuff too. It's turning into a whole other reading. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, the work that you do get done does come in fast. It doesn't mean, but it makes a lot of, like, it has made a lot of negative changes. So just be careful. But yeah, so that's what I have for you. This person is going to open up. You don't have to do any type of extra love spells or anything. Like, this person's going to open up. Don't take it as like an obsession or anything like that. Don't take it as, oh my God, they might have backfired from the bad work I did on them, the love spell, whatever. No, they just really want the opportunity and they don't want it to end. And they are a hard person to crack open. So I can see why you did the work that you did or the whatever you're doing. But they don't need it anymore. They really love you. So they love you. It has nothing to do with the work. They were gonna love you anyway. They really were. So it's up to you if you want to give them another chance, but they definitely need that little week or two off so you can show them what life is like without you. So that's what I have for you. See you in the next one.